Welcome into the Ringerverse. This is, of course, the Ringers Nexus podcast feed for all things fandom. We are Jomi, the explainer, Adeniran. You've got questions, these are got answers. We are Steve, the architect, Ahlman, the builder and tinkerer of things. We are Old Man Van, he of the receding resurgent hairline, new growth coming in good. We are Coat Baby Chuck, aka the Brunch Hottie, but commonly known as the 24-karat closer. We got the Midnight Collective in the background running tech for Aleya, Cory, goddamn Arjuna. Isaiah is on today. Inebriated Isaiah on the podcast today. But together we are known as the Midnight Boys. Follow us on socials, Insta, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, save Jomi's job. Jomi, I'm going to cut your social off real quick because if you are following socials right now, then you are realizing that it is a very dangerous and precarious time in the history of Los Angeles right now. We are currently doing this podcast remote because the city is very literally on fire. And as we talk about the things that we love and get into the things that we love and cover the things that make us feel good, we want to take the time right now to acknowledge that there are people all over our city right now that aren't feeling so good, that have had their homes destroyed, that their businesses destroyed, and their lives and the lives of their loved ones put in jeopardy. So I'm going to pause here and throw it to the rest of the Midnight Boys if you guys would just want to say anything about kind of what we're seeing right now in LA.
I mean, thoughts and prayers to everybody that's affected. It is very apocalyptic out here, so hope everybody is safe, and yeah, to all of our Ringer colleagues going through it right now, we love y'all. Please be safe, everyone.
Yeah, seeing all the footage is just devastating, and so if you've got a chance to hopefully get out, please do. Listen to everybody, the police, all the stuff you read online. Please be safe out there. It's really scary.
Absolutely, stay safe, everyone.
Okay, we're on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You can watch every Midnight Boys and House of Art episode on youtube.com/@Ringerverse. Reminders! Yesterday, Button Mash gave you their most anticipated games of 2025. What? I didn't hear it yet. Does anybody want to catch me up on what are some of the most anticipated games?
It's GTA 6.
What is it?
GTA 6.
GTA 6, but that's not coming out this year, but
GTA, anything else? I mean,
Ghost of Yote.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Ghost of Tsushima sequel.
Ooh,
Ghost of what?
Tsushima.
Why is it? Can I ask a question?
I don't know why you say it.
Why is it all of these? I notice sometimes with Charles, you can talk about this. Wait,
why can I talk about this?
Because you're from the Far East.
I'm not from the Far East.
Whoa. Hold on for a second.
Whoa.
Wait a second. Hold on for a second. Wait a second. We all know right now is that Chuck is one of these Asian niggas.
I am not.
Whoa.
It's a weeb. He's a weeb.
I am not a weeb.
Wow.
Wait.
I watch some anime.
Fight back,
guys.
Chuck.
I watch anime and read manga. I also read American
What is
comic
every
books.
other Ringerverse recommends from you, Charles?
That's because I can never think of anything else.
That's because you're an Asian nigga. Like, Charles is one of these. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I'm saying this too.
A weeb. Yes. A weeb.
I'm not a weeb.
That's what people call it.
Anime figurine. No, I don't have anime figurines. I don't have big titty fucking anime girls
Charles,
all up in my fucking crib.
On your camera
that
right
we
now.
can see.
Move to your left and to your right a little
art.
bit.
This is not anime.
Charles,
this
Charles,
is
what's
art.
in that evacuation bag?
I
What's in that evacuation bag?
Whoa,
That's Asian though, right? Is it Asian?
No, this is fucking art.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, I'm about to move my camera around my apartment so you can see the art that's hanging up. It's not just fucking age. You know, we're doing it right now.
Tour of the house.
Charles' apartment tour.
Let's take a little trip. Let's see.
Look at there. Not Asian.
Oh, I know that
That
artist.
look kind of Asian.
What?
Go back to that.
Not
Some more art on the walls, man.
Not Asian. Okay? Not Asian.
All of this
not
shit is a little inspired. All I'm saying, bro. But so there's a name for it. So what is a weeb? I never heard this before.
It's it's somebody who's like really entrenched into anime and Asian culture.
Yeah, it's
despite
basically
not
like a
being-
non-Asian person that's a big fan of like
Yeah.
Asian culture and stuff like that. Like to a degree that is like
you have like
it's a derogatory ribbing.
yeah, you have otaku, you have weeb, and then you have Asian nigga. That's like that's how it goes.
Okay, so Charles,
Yes.
what was your favorite show of last year?
My favorite show of last year, Shogun. Wait,
Okay.
that was the best show of the year.
Okay, so tomorrow,
it's-
my question was going to be, why is all of these things ghost of this when it comes from the Far East? Why is it always, I noticed there's so many things, it's ghost of this, ghost of
Ghost
that.
of the Shell, Ghost of
Ghost of the
Tsushima.
Shell. Like, why is everything ghost? Charles?
I don't know, guys. Can we get to Skeleton Crew?
Mid Edition is back with their 2025 confidence meet. I'm really interested in this. Give the people some things that are going to be on the confidence meter that you guys are going to be talking about.
New Captain America,
Superman,
Thunderbolts,
Fantastic Four, Daredevil.
Daredevil. Oh yeah,
Pretty much everything coming out this year. We're gonna look at it and see
like
How
how
do we think it's
confident
gonna
we are
be?
that this is gonna
Yeah.
be good.
Y'all
Yeah.
might as well skip Captain America right now.
Why are you doing this?
Oh, we are
Like,
not
you-
skipping
God,
Captain
The
America.
streets have already given up.
See,
Oh my goodness.
if it was, this is the problem. If it was Captain Japan,
Jesus
if it was
Christ.
Captain Japan,
Oh my
You'd be
god.
all
You wait.
right.
Oh, no, actually, I was about to say something wild.
I know what you were about to say.
Do that.
I know what you were about to say. I know.
Oh,
'Cause I thought it. in the face. Okay. But on today's show, we are catching up on the latest episodes of Skeleton Crew. Obviously, we have been with our families for a couple of weeks. We gave you guys some stuff, and I know that you guys liked the recasting. We're going to be doing more of that stuff earlier. Appreciate the feedback from that. But we're getting back to our coverage of Skeleton Crew. We're going to be covering episodes 5, 6, and 7 right now. So we are going to throw in a spoiler warning for Skeleton Crew, Star Wars, and all plucky content right now. We're getting ready to talk about Skeleton Crew. You're listening to a reaction podcast. The spoilers are coming. Okay. To begin our reactions, we bring you the Midnight Manifest, talking about the need to know for Skeleton Crew. Chuck, take it away.
All right, this is your Midnight Manifest for Skeleton Crew, episodes 5, 6, and 7. Since we were last with y'all, the Skeleton Crew and the kids learn that they're flying on the Onyx Cinder, which used to be captained by the legendary pirate Tak Renaud. They travel to Renaud's hidden lair on Lanupa to find the coordinates back to Aten, but Lanupa has been turned into a getaway resort planet. After some shenanigans, the kids and Jod find Renaud's base and discover that Aten is the home of a mint that produces endless Republic credits. Jod turns on the kids, they escape, Jod is recaptured by his old crew. The Skeleton Crew learn about the power of friendship and working together, helping them escape the planet. Jod convinces his crew that Aten is hiding a mint. Jod and the kids get to the surface, then the pirate is taken to the mint, and the Skeleton Crew and parents are held at Lightsaber Point just in time for the season, or most likely series finale. All right, then, now that Midnight Manifest is over, how are you feeling with the last 3 episodes of Skeleton Crew?
I've noticed something about Skeleton Crew. I've realized something about Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew is a perfectly good show. Perfectly good show. It's got twists, turns, all kinds of things. But it is one of those shows it's either for you or not for you.
Yes.
It is a perfectly good show. I have had a lot of fun with Skeleton Crew. However, I can understand, when I say a lot of fun, I mean, this is solid content, like good content. They are hitting the marks that they are trying to hit. But Kalika doesn't like it. And she doesn't like it because she just continues to say it's for kids. Like she just continues to say it's for kids. She's like, oh, you're watching those pups again, is what she says. I wouldn't say she doesn't like it. What I would say is it's hard for her to fall into the show of Skeleton Crew. So I get people that feel that way, but for me, I think that watching the kids evolve as characters, watching the mystery of Adden be uncovered, and then also watching Jod become one of the more despicable villains that I've seen in a while in Star Wars. I've had a lot of fun. I enjoyed these episodes. I'm enjoying the show.
Yeah, I'm right with you. I think Steve mentioned it earlier on like one of the first episodes we did, but Star Wars works best when it's like, just a backdrop, when you can paint stuff on top of it. And I think that Skeleton Crew as this little, Goonies type thing is working very, very well. I loved the last 3 episodes. I really enjoyed the kids coming to their own, like finding themselves like with their roles on the ship, and, watching Wim help KB in that moment was like, that was something that was really cool, because I'm like, yo, when is Wim gonna like participate, in this entire thing? Turns out like, oh, like he's the heart, like he has that moment. And I'm just having a ton of fun, and I can't wait to see what happens next week. If I'm dead, then Jod has no haters. I hate that man like with my life. I thought we were gonna do the whole like, oh man, maybe the treasure was the friends we made along the way. Jod's like, actually, the treasure is the bread. Like I'm gonna kill these children. It's crazy. I hope he dies. I can't wait to see his pack. I can't wait.
I wouldn't exactly go that far as my hate for Jod, but getting to like,
what's the like about Jod?
What?
What's the like?
It's white man solidarity, man. That's what it is.
Oh, that's the type of shit we're on right now.
Yeah.
So he's fucking over kids of color and elephant kids, and so that's the type of shit that you like.
POCs and women. That's crazy.
Wow.
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And I thought about you, Steve.
Okay.
Because you pop in my mind at different times. Whenever something white happens, I think, oh my God, Steve. So
is it how I would deal with that, or is that exactly how Steve would handle that?
No, I'm thinking, Steve. It's not like so I am studying African history. I literally am taking a course on African history.
And how does Steve pop into your African history course?
No, wait. Let him land this plane.
I got a feeling that I know exactly when
Let him
I would
land this
pop in.
plane.
No, that's not it. Because we're not. We're not even there.
There's
yet.
more to African history, Steve.
I know there's more.
It doesn't seem like it. It seems like
your mind went exactly.
That one thing. Okay. Just to be honest,
my God.
fucking shocking. Honestly.
That's crazy.
I'm getting to this part where they're talking about how rich Africa was with gold, and how after the 100 Years' War, that Europe was basically broke. A bunch of broke ass white people. They owed so much money to Asia, and the 100 Years' War had happened, so they had gone through their silver and gold reserves. So do you know what they did?
What?
They went to Africa and plundered their gold reserves. And Africa essentially got Europe out of hawk to Asia. And I'm thinking, think about the Steve who was in the meeting, a guy who looked just like you, who was in the meeting, who went, I know where we can go to get gold, master. I know where we can go get gold, governor. And they went to Africa and took up all the fucking gold. And now, look what's happening now. Now me, Charles, and Jomi ain't got no fucking gold. What do you have to say for yourself?
Is this why you like Jod? Because you're just like, damn, my ancestors did this in the past and a galaxy far, far away.
You see yourself in him.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That is wow. I never thought about it like that.
Of course you didn't, Steve.
Gold reserves.
Because you don't have to think about it.
Gold
Steve,
reserves.
I got a new nickname, Steve the Kid Pirate Ahlman. That doesn't sound right. Okay.
The Kid Pirate sounds right. Crazy.
Yo.
I've liked Jod's arc, but what I wanted to kind of speak on was the idea that like Kalika not exactly getting behind it because it's geared toward kids. And like, as much as I'd like agree with that, because I think ultimately it is, I think the reason that we're kind of so excited, or at least a lot of people are a lot more excited about this, is that this is probably the first time in a minute that a Star Wars show has worked and has like had a mission statement, and it's pretty much succeeding. And regardless of what like demographic it's for, I think that excites us to know that it's executed its premise pretty much solidly. And that's kind of what's gotten me wrapped into it. To know that the idea that the Acolyte, like to imagine that the Acolyte worked, and that's geared clearly more towards adults, we would probably be having a different conversation. But I like the idea that while this show is clearly like working for not only who it's working for, but for the critics that can like sink their teeth into Star Wars lore, I think that that's kind of what carries it like above and beyond to the, pedestrian Star Wars fan. That being said, I think the biggest like interesting arc that I've seen in these 3 episodes has been Jod. And it's been both with how he's been bouncing off the kids in a positive way and the way that we can both speculate and interpolate what his past is like based on his force powers and based on how he treats those kids. Like, did it ever occur to you that, like, okay, if he's this much of an asshole, why didn't he just kill these kids? Or, like, leave them, like, actually to die?
He needs them.
He needs them, yeah. But, like, if it ever crosses his mind by, like, that penultimate episode, it's probably done with, right? Do you feel like it's ever crossed his mind?
No, because he is a pirate that is looking for one thing, and he needs them or their ship or whatever to be able to find the loot that he's looking for, right?
Yeah. But there's a moment that he's talking to what's her name? To Wim, and he's like talking about connections, and he's talking about how like those need to be cut off from their lives, and that's like he's more or less like quoting Qui-Gon and like a very like like twisted way of like the Jedi philosophy that it's like, okay,
it
there's
seems
like
as
a
if
lot
to me
more...
you feel like there's one more twist left for the character.
I feel like that there's like he clearly has a sort of code, while despicable. There seems like there's a line that he's not crossing, and nor will he cross. He's getting close, but I actually don't think that there's going to be a moment where he reveals himself as purely evil. Despicable, sure, but evil, I don't think so.
I mean, maybe. I think, well, it's interesting for him because you mentioned that conversation he has with Wim, and he used attachments in that sentence, and I was like, he's for real. Attachments, that's a Jedi word. But it didn't really start for him until they find Tak Reynard's lair, right? Under the little, like, the casino thing. It's like, oh, like, that's when, like, the brain eyes just turn to money signs. It's like, actually, it's getting real now. Like, I can sense it. I'm so close. Hey, I challenge you you challenge a kid for the right to the ship. Come on, man. You holding a knife to her neck. Like, I know he's not going to do it, but like, that there are levels. You know what I'm saying? Activating the lightsaber, cutting SM-33's head off.
This,
it's
by
still
the
like,
way,
whoa.
I'm not saying that this is cool.
Brother man, like, galamate. You don't have to do all that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't mess with it.
Chuck?
Yeah. It's time to get these Muppet babies out of here.
So you side with Jod here. You're on Jod's side.
Honestly, at this point,
you'd have taken the lightsaber
to
him a lot earlier.
And the kids are Andor season 2. After that, they 18, they out of the house. I'm divorcing Star Wars. It's a wrap, bro.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Before we get to this, I want to we have to unpack this for Chuck. But before we get to this, okay, I want to say this. Do we think we've seen scoundrels in Star Wars before? Scoundrels that do scoundrelous things, but then come through in the end. Solo, Lando come to mind. Lando legitimately turns our friends into the Empire. But at the end of the day, he comes through and becomes a very valuable piece of the Resistance Army, a general, if you will. Black general. Okay. Do we see, before we move off Jod to Charles's, the end of Charles's Star Wars love affair, which I think we should talk about, do we see that potentially with Jod? Would he be in the Lando, Han Solo class of scoundrel turned heart of gold? Once again, He killed a beloved droid already. We saw that. That would, to me, is the furthest that he's gone. Okay.
Nah, he killed his wolf homie too.
Right.
Brutus? Well,
yeah,
he's
fuck
not
Brutus though.
yeah.
But Brutus
I'm not
is kind
really-
of like he's
Yeah,
a, he's
but
an asshole.
still,
Brutus has been in the
killing
game.
somebody
Like, he
who
gets
can't
it.
defend themselves is pretty bad. I guess Han
The
did,
game is
so.
a game.
But he's
Yeah.
a pirate. Come on,
think-
like
well,
that's
I
the
think-
game.
Him and Anakin Skywalker got the same screenshot. They're holding lightsabers up to kids, man. Like, I don't know how you bounce back from that one. Like, I don't. I don't.
I mean, one of them used them, but
There's a lot of game left.
Also,
you
and
know?
I will have to say, just when I was like on Wim's side, like after Wim helps KB, I'm like, damn, Wim's turned a
great
corner.
episode, by the way.
Like,
Fantastic.
yeah, hell
Fantastic
yeah. Like,
episode.
I'm like, yo, like my man Wim is like growing up finally. And then he went all the way back when he had to like defend what's her face, and he just like screams and like, do you remember that when he's just like, I'm gonna save the day? I'm like, Wim,
That is
what
the
fuck are you
That's
doing?
the
most-
funniest.
the most unbearably plucky moment of a show that I've seen in a long time.
I was
When
about
he
to throw my
wait,
remote.
when he
I'm
almost
like,
slices his foot off.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That was
no,
so
I'm
great.
just,
That's
it's-
That's a funny moment.
No,
That's a funny
even-
moment.
No, that was great.
story wise, that it got to me a little bit because I was like, we finally got Wim to a place where he's like finding himself. He's the heart of the team. He's being less obnoxious, and then he immediately goes back to being obnoxious. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, but that's the perfect like analogy of too much dip on the chip. Like you're like, okay, yeah, you can like help your friends and grow, but like you're not going to stand up to an adult with a lightsaber you don't know how to use and almost slice your
You're
foot
telling
off.
me, whoa, let's be real. Wim is an otaku, if we want to use our other word for Jedi.
This is not helping your case, Charles.
And he's never been like, oh, read something about how a lightsaber works, or make sure that like the fucking emitter
All right,
is like
all right.
it's
Mike.
on the right
Cut his
side
mic.
and shit, bro.
Cut his mic. Be serious.
What?
He's a
I'm
10-year-old.
wrong. This is
He's a
literally
10-year-old
what
who's
he did.
never worked in
It's
the
like
Force.
picking up a Glock and literally just be like, how does this work? Come
Do you
on,
have
bro.
any idea how many
Oh my
fucking
God.
kids I've seen do that? Hold on.
Oh, all right. Oh, wow. Hold on.
How many kids?
So wait. If a 10-year-old's obsessed with cars, supposed to get in the car and drive one off the
Okay.
lot? What are you talking about?
Guys, it's a lightsaber. He is a
No.
fan
No,
of
you're-
fucking
no.
They've never
Dog,
seen
no,
one
yo,
before.
be
Come on,
serious.
bro.
No.
Come on.
Yeah.
No,
No, you're not
I
entertaining
can't-
that.
y'all
I don't
today.
know what how people are gonna look at me now, but I have guns. The Midnight
We
Wars,
know this, man.
No,
You
wait,
already
it's
know that.
2025. You're good.
I have
It's
guns,
cool.
Okay, I have
You're
guns.
great on
I've-
wokening.
Yeah.
The great on
Yeah.
the great on woke.
You're
Great
good.
Exactly.
awakening.
Fuck it.
Good.
Fuck it.
Gonna be the
From
great
my
unloading.
cold dead hands. Okay, look.
Okay.
Unloading it is crazy, Steve.
But look, so I'm telling you, growing up in the South, and I got a gun for my 7th birthday, right? So kids have guns. I got a 410 shotgun for my 7th birthday. Growing up in the South, like you're teaching someone how to shoot, you clear the gun for them, and you would be surprised at how many people take the gun and they look at the gun and they go, and you're like, whoa.
Just look down the barrel.
First rule, trigger discipline. Don't look down the barrel of your gun for any reason. This is how you clear this. You would be surprised at how many people. Man, I went and bought a gun during the pandemic, and I just knew that there was going to be a rash of accidental shootings in LA with the way I saw these people that were buying guns dealing with the
boy.
whole thing. But you would be surprised at that. Though,
All right,
Charles.
so you
That's
know
all
what?
I'm saying.
Fair. Here's the thing, Van. Rest of the Midnight Boys, you are right. That is an accurate portrayal. I believe too much in Wim. He's an idiot, like most of us are.
That's fine.
He's a child.
He's a child. Not even an idiot.
He's not gonna know how to use that thing.
10-year-old.
Honestly, and that was the other part of that episode when KB went with whatchamacallit with Wim. I'm like, that's how you know she down bad. Because I'm just like, she going with the idiot. This is terrible.
Well, because her and Fern, because Fern don't listen. See,
Fuck Fern. I'm done
Fern
with Fern.
sucks.
Fern,
Fern-
I was just
Fern-
like,
Fern's got to learn some
like,
stuff.
Fern's terrible, bro.
Vern,
terrible.
like, I will take Wim is an idiot, and when he yelled attack and ran out there, I'm like, God damn it, man!
Leroy.
Yeah, that
Like
Jenkins.
Leroy, when he Leroy Jenkins, that motherfucker, I was pissed off. I would take Wim every day. Fern sucks. How the fuck You got
Naysayer.
this type of middle-age angst already. You're fucking 11 years old. You're 10 years old.
Suburb
Like, how the
living.
fuck are you this fucked up? Like, she's a grizzled Gotham police vet.
Well, have you seen her mom?
Already. Like, she has so many problems already and so many doubts and all of this stuff. It's not working. I don't
Your
like
best
it.
friend is about to die, and she's just like, put some Vaseline on it and get to fucking
Lock
crying.
Lock
Yeah.
in.
Yo!
Man.
Yo!
Nah,
God
and
By the
damn.
way, she stole a blaster from home. Nobody ever talked about that. She just stole a gun from the house.
She was doing Neil dirty when they were climbing up the thing. Neil was like, "Yo, you're going too fast," and she was like, "All right,
man,
bro,
I was
I
about
gotta
to shut
drag you
that
up
was
too.
that was across
I
the
gotta
line.
carry
That
myself
crossed the
and
line.
drag you up too." I was like, "Yo, respect my man's, bro. God,
Jesus.
like, chill."
So Charles, you don't love Star Wars, is what you're saying.
It's broken. The regime has broken my spirit. It's because here's the thing. I agree with you, Van, what you said. I think that there is like a continuum of Star Wars content. I think like the first 2 seasons of Mando, Andor are on like the 10 to 12 scale. And then there's Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan and Ahsoka, and we can keep going on. And I think in the middle is Skeleton Crew, where it is not bad, it is not good, but it is just fine. And I think there's nothing left in a galaxy far, far away. We need to just chill. There's just nothing.
They can't make fine TV.
And I personally would call this good. I'd call this good.
Well, even I think it's good too. But like,
all right, let's be real. Even whether we want to say it's good to fine, we have to be real that like we're at a point with Star Wars where like the general populace has basically been like, who the fuck cares? Because all of this stuff just kind of appears and then evaporates. We don't talk about it. You know what I mean? Like after these shows come on, it's just like nothing really changed. They weren't good enough to really remember. And like emotionally, I don't feel anything. And generally speaking, whenever I go, especially in the movie theaters, the best Star Wars movies make me feel something. And when I was watching these last 3 episodes, I'm like, okay, this is like fine content, but that's all it is. It's just content. It's just there on the screen. I just think Star Wars is better than
that. I don't disagree with the premise of what you're saying in terms of Star Wars' ability to incite an emotional, childlike sense of wonder for you. We've talked about this before, Star Wars and wonder. I will tell you this though, and I'll ask this question to everyone. Is it okay if Star Wars is comfort food?
Yeah,
I don't see why not.
So,
that's okay.
And this is what I mean. This is what I mean by that. You go to you guys come over to the house to eat, right? You guys come over to the house to eat. We were watching a show, and I get food. What am I likely to order if everybody's coming over?
Wings,
Pizza. Blood cells. Pizza, wings, blood cells,
barbecue.
right?
Yeah.
The barbecue, the pizza, and the wings. Why? All of those things are in the realm of things that I know you guys are going to be good with, and there's a very low chance that we won't be satisfied, and it can feed a lot of people. Now, every once in a while, you get life-changing barbecue, life-changing pizza, life-changing wings. But if you're eating those things, you're probably not looking for them to be life-changing. They can be. They definitely can be. And that doesn't mean you should lower your expectations. I'm not saying we should do that for Star Wars. But what I'm saying is, in those staple types of foods, Star Wars has been around with us for such a long time. We love it like we love pizza. We love it like we love wings. We love it like we love barbecue. Is it okay if we just eat it and like the taste, and it's not life-changing project to project? Or is Star Wars to the point for you guys to where they need to let us know that they can feed us shit that makes us look at the galaxy in a whole different way, like A New Hope, like some would say Revenge of the Sith, like, other stuff like that? Do they need that type of those types of bangers, or can we just have comfort food Star Wars content sprinkled in there every now and again with something like Andor?
I think their average could be higher, right?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of strikeouts, a couple of ground outs. You could get on base every so often. You know what I mean? But ultimately, to your point of comfort food, I think that I'm like, I don't, man, I just see it differently, man. Like, I don't like television and movies are two different things. I don't sit, if I watch something at home that gives me the feeling of a movie, I'm like, great, this was awesome. This is the exception, not the rule, right? When I watch Star Wars on TV, I don't expect to see Empire Strikes Back at the crib. That would be nice. I would love that. But that's not what it is, and that's cool for me, right? When I go to your house, get some blood soaks, if it's not life-changing, that's fine, right? But if I go to a fancy barbecue restaurant, I'm like, yo, I want some fancy barbecue. I don't get fancy barbecue. That's different. Do you know what I mean? Am I making sense?
Well, Blood Souls is fancy barbecue, and I'll shout out to everybody over there at Blood Souls. They're gonna be pissed off. Jomi just fucking with it. It's really good.
My fault, Blood Souls.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
I just feel like we tend to move the goalposts, and we tend to do it more now because Rise of Skywalker came out in 2019, and since then, I would say most of the stuff that has come out of Lucasfilm has been not great. It just has not lived up, I think, to the promise of when Mandalorian launched Disney Plus as a service. I think there was a vision of, oh, this is going to at least feel vital. And we're at the point where not really any of it. And I do get what you're saying, Van, where it's like, I think that there is a version of like stuff where it can be comfort food, but if you're spending $200 million, $250 in Andor's case, over $500 million, like, I do think that there starts to become a point where we're like, yo, every show, every other show just can't be bad to fine. That I think that is a problem.
Right.
Oh, go ahead, Steve.
No, and I think that, like, excluding Skeleton Crew, which I think we can all agree is at least fine, if not good.
It's not a bad show. I want to be clear. It is not a bad show. It is a watchable show for me.
And if we're talking about just like the tapestry of content that's come out post, I don't know, 2019, let's say, from Star Wars, I'm perfectly fine with something that, at least like something like a post Phase 4 Marvel approach, where we're like, okay, clearly we're kind of flooding the zone here, and the product is suffering because of it. And if we take our time, and if we're clearly, not putting out Star Wars movies as much as we are, if at all, and taking our time with what we're actually going to be thinking about what we put out, and not doing something just because we can or that we think that we should for financial reasons, et cetera, I'm okay with something that can be a satisfactory story, and then that's it. As disposable as this content game is, that's been the ecosystem that pop culture has lived in for a while now. And Star Wars, Marvel, and all of those things have been more or less at the center of it. And while a bit overexposed, we're kind of starting to realize that, like, okay, if we like kind of slow down the tap a little bit, we might be able to at least appreciate some of those things more. Now, that being said, bringing it back to Skeleton Crew, I still feel wildly refreshed at the idea that something is executing on a premise as well as this is, not just because of the fact that Star Wars has been slipping for a while, but because I am genuinely compelled by the things that they're showing us. And I think that that's really the things that matter.
Can I ask this, though? Because I've been seeing, and maybe they're just rumors, but like, there's not a second season of Skeleton Crew, I think, greenlit yet. And I guess part of also what's making it difficult for me to invest in Skeleton Crew is that I don't know if Star Wars, Disney, Lucasfilm is invested in terms of like, if this is just like an 8-episode season, and then it's kind of like the other stuff, like Acolyte, potentially Obi-Wan, Book of Boba Fett, where it's like we kind of just get one season of it. There is a level of like, I think you're robbing the viewer of what TV does really, really well, which is like, there's a lot of shows that I've watched in the first season that have been like okay to find that become really good to transcend it in a second season. I think the other
Sure.
thing that we're facing is like just giving us like 8 episodes and then never hearing about it again and them never touching these characters again. There is a level of like me as a fan where I'm just like, how much should I invest in it emotionally if like it seems like the company narratively isn't really like investing in
I mean, TV doesn't work like that anymore though. Like it just doesn't. It just doesn't anymore. Like Netflix, ever since they went from the ad model to the subscriber model, it becomes what shows generate the most subscribers. That's the shows that keep getting renewed. So you can like go up and down Netflix and
none
see
of the
shows that
Star
stopped at
Wars
like
shows
2
really
seasons.
get renewed. If
Yeah,
we're being
that's
real.
what I'm saying though. But that's
hold
my
on.
thing.
Just
Is that's just how TV works now. Watch the show. Did people watch it? Did they like? Is it good? First question: did people watch it? Answer is yes. Then the question is it good? Right? If the answer to that is no, but people watched it, you might get a second season. If nobody subscribed for it and it was bad, it's gone. Right? If nobody subscribed for it and it's good, probably won't get renewed. That's just how it goes.
We're going to get back to our expectations for the final episode of Skeleton Crew in a second, but I want to stay on this one more beat because I want us to kind of consider the entire sphere of what we just discussed. Okay, 2 things I'm going to bring up. We all watched the first season of Shogun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We watched it, and you guys didn't want a second season, right?
I did not.
Right.
It was only supposed to be one season as well. It was reported that it's only supposed to be one season.
I went into it as this is a limited series. That I think that's different.
Exactly. No, the only thing that's different, the actual 3 episodes in, I knew that there would be a second season. You know what I mean? But the only thing that's actually different, this is my point, is the expectation. They set you up with a dramatic expectation that they were telling a story. And so you didn't know how much story was left. In this situation, they haven't told you anything, but your expectation will be that there's more story, right? So if there's an expectation that there's more story, then you want a commitment from the creatives. If there's an expectation that there's enough story, then you want restraint from the creatives. In this conversation where we're talking about Star Wars, which I started watching when I was 7 or 8 years old, we've talked about budgets. We've talked about Netflix and streaming services, subscriber models. We've talked about Star Wars as content or shows. We've talked about so many things that are business that have nothing to do with the actual story of Skeleton Crew. We've talked about justifying a $200 million budget. I'm not saying that all of those things aren't things that we should talk about. I'm just saying that there are things that we didn't used to talk about. Yeah. They're things that we didn't used to consider when we were justifying whether or not content or whether or not a story should be there, right? Or whether or not a story should exist. I'm saying that our expectations of this stuff, I'm saying it right now, I'm not caping for Star Wars. Please fucking listen to me. I'm not caping for Star Wars. The Star Wars content that we've gotten since the Rise of Skywalker, really since the Disney merger, has been middling at best, up and down for sure. But what I will also say is with our knowledge of the inner working of this stuff, the players, Filoni, Favreau, this, that, everything, we're getting granular with this stuff in a way that I think affects our expectations of it. So much so to where they actually put out a good show and it's just not good enough. And so I'm not saying that we owe Star Wars or Lucasfilm anything, because we don't. If Charles is saying that if they spend $300 million, every show should be Andor, I get that.
Whoa, that's not what I'm saying. I
get it. But what I'm saying is that's a lot of money to fuck off and not have, like, the Acolyte is a debacle when you think about how much money they spent on it. The only thing I'm saying is that, like, forget about our expectations. If they can make something good and we can still not quite be fucking with it, the question should be, in my opinion, and I ask this of myself, like, how much do we love Star Wars? Like, how much Star Wars do we actually want? Because I'm to the point to where I love it so much, I will watch any Star Wars show, read any Star Wars comic, listen to Star Wars lore. I just want as much as I could possibly get. But the more that you get, the more some of it is just going to be okay.
Because I think I'm on the opposite end of you, where I'm thinking about my Star Wars fandom, and I think I've gotten to the point, just because I think the Disney merger has been so middling, where I'm like, I would be okay with them just returning to movies, them not making a movie for years and years upon end, just because I do think that that actually was, to me, what made Star Wars special. Even if you don't fuck with the prequels at all, we can't deny that there was a feeling of when a Star Wars movie hits theaters, it feels like, whether you fuck with it or not, oh, this feels special. And I think there's so many things especially at this level of IP, that don't feel special anymore. There is an emotion that I'm not getting, where I'm just like, damn, it kind of sucks when I just don't care about Star Wars. Like, it sucks when we're getting a bunch of Star Wars content and I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't want to feel like that. Like Mandalorian, Andor, it's been proven I can feel that. And here's the thing, even when it's not transcendent, I feel like, say what you want about The Acolyte. The Acolyte had moments where I'm like, I've never seen this in Star Wars before. We can get there. We can get there. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to like boohoo Scout's Crew. I'm just saying we can get to those, oh shit, wonder moments. And I don't want us to like just give up on them.
Jomi, Steve, that's fair.
I mean, we keep bringing up Rise of Skywalker. That's when we should have known, man, it was over. That was just, I've said it on this pod 1,000 times. No, but I think, to your point, Van, we do, try and moneyball it. Like, oh, where they're doing $300 million budget, this and this. Sometimes you just gotta enjoy it, man. Forget all the, speculation, all the pocket watching. You know what I'm saying? Just see if it's good or not. Does it register with you in your heart when you watch it? That's how we used to consume this stuff. You would go to movies, you would sit down on your couch, you'd watch TV, you'd be like, man, Joe McHale made $13 million for this episode of Community. He was barely in it. It's a bad episode. You know what I'm saying? We didn't used to do that.
Let's not rewrite history. There was a lot of like fucking articles on fucking Community and how like all that shit.
No, forget all that, bro. Like you just used to watch the show, and if it got, I would sit down, watch Thursdays at 8:30 on NBC. I'd watch the show, but like, man, I hope they come back next week. Hope season 4 gets renewed. Like it wasn't like, man, the show makes $200 million, this and this, which and which. Again, like we're too much in the weeds on this stuff. Like, there is something to just sitting down, enjoying it. If it rocks, then it rocks. If it does, it doesn't. But the pocket watching, there is a lot of that going on. It might need to stop.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Did everybody on this call see Wicked?
I did.
Hell no.
So you didn't see Wicked, Charles?
Hell no.
It's a good
I'm gonna
time.
be honest with you.
It's a great time.
It's a great time.
I saw Wicked. Charles, I don't get it, bro. Wicked, I cried, and Wicked had me. She found herself, bro. Charles,
When did the waterworks start for you?
Look, no. Here, you don't even have to sell me. You just have to make me a promise. If my black ass buys a ticket to Wicked and sees it,
I mean, you can rent it now.
demand that we talk about it on the podcast.
I want to do a Wicked pod.
We can do it. I don't want to do it for free. I literally, if I see Wicked, we need to discuss.
You don't want to do it for free?
Nah, bro. We got to turn it into content,
You're not going to watch it for fun?
I want to do a Wicked pod because I'm going to be honest with you. Two of my favorite people in the world. I love to have conversations with Sean Fennessy. I love to have conversations with Amanda Dobbins, movie mom. I love to have conversations with them. We got a little group chat, the whole nine. I fucking loved Wicked. And if you're talking about feeling something emotional, the story of somebody who is dealing with belonging, dealing with all of these things in terms of fitting in, can't find her way, who's trying to figure out how to harness her power, and then finds her fucking voice. And if you care to find me, look
All right.
All right, so
give
we're
me
burning
this, man.
pod now.
Don't
We're
reveal the
officially
score.
burning
Don't
pod.
reveal the
Okay.
score.
Okay.
Above a 6 on the midnight meter, below a 6.
What?
Way below.
Above?
Way above a 6. Are you niggas?
All right, y'all are
nuts?
lying. I can't
What?
wait. To,
Wait,
y'all
wait. Are you
I
fucking
know
kidding
y'all
me?
Huh?
A 6? Wicked is way.
You have to watch it. You got to watch
Wicked
it.
might be an 11. I'm not even bullshitting.
Okay, wow.
Well, okay. Well, let's.
All right, I'm going to.
All right, we're
gonna
gonna save this.
We're
for
doing a wicked
for
pod.
the wicked
I'm
pod.
going to go
Let's
see
put
it.
a- let's
If
put
you
a pin
lying,
in
bro,
this.
if you
Put a pin in that.
lying, woo!
Yeah, let's make this an open action item. Get back to it another time.
Okay, we're gonna do the wicked pod, but when we do the wicked pod,
Are we gonna sing?
we have to do a musical pod,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
we have to dress up like
Sure.
witches.
Nice.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say we have to dress up like flying monkeys. I'm like, I don't know. The
Well,
Great Awakening is going
Oh,
to
the Great
Yo.
Awakening. Skeleton Crew episode 8.
Wait. I have a Skeleton Crew question to bring us
Go
back.
for it.
Yeah.
So earlier when we were talking about Skeleton Crew in a previous episode, you were basically like, y'all were getting on me. You're like, Charles, you don't think the mystery of Adeniran is interesting? Do you guys feel like the mystery of Adeniran kind of like lived up to the like?
Fuck no. No.
Like, is there? Because Steve, like we were talking about like other twists. I'm kind of waiting. I'm like, is there another twist to add in, or is it just
no,
the
I think the like a bit of a stumbling point for the show is like, oh, I was expecting like a Severance or like Island of Lost level, like, oh, this is like a big like reveal of like a secret society of
Yes.
blah blah. I'm like, we're kind of
What?
like that's
It
kind
did.
of
I thought
much
this
more
was
or
a
less
secret
sideline.
society away from the Republic who's just like,
which
we
it still
protected
kinda could
ourselves, we
be,
shut
but
the
I feel like
doors. And
And
they're
it
like,
still
it's
kind
a
of could
myth.
be, but yeah, it still could be. But like the fact that we're going to be having that, like the idea of that being info dumped at the final episode kind of sucks. And we'll see how it ends up. But like, I'm like, that real intrigue is like kind of on the sidelines for me now.
There
and
has
I'm
to be
like,
something
man,
else.
I don't
like,
know.
even the mystery
gotta
of like,
be.
is Jada like a Jedi? Is he like,
here's the
Well, I
thing.
think he
I'm
definitely
actually,
is.
I'm
I
actually
don't-
okay. I'm okay with not really knowing about that.
I don't know.
I'm actually kind of okay with not knowing.
Wait,
about
wait.
that.
First and foremost, I think he's proven enough that he's had some force
Sure.
training.
And I think that's
whoa,
good enough for me.
Whoa. Let's, Jomi, the explainer, explain. Because I have not, at this point, it's still, I am on 60-40. 60, he's not a Jedi.
I don't know. He's like he broke the shackles on this week's episode. He's moved a whole bunch of stuff with his mind. He knew how to use the lightsaber, right?
Right.
That's one of those things. And
All
then
right,
again,
Finn
he
knew how to
used-
use the lightsaber.
no,
in
he
Force Awakens,
didn't. He
so.
turned it on and he dropped it because he's a little baby.
I didn't say
Jod-
Wim, I said Finn in A Force Awakens. So we've seen
Yeah, well,
we've seen
fair enough.
non-Force users use a lightsaber.
Sure, but again, and I said this earlier, he used attachments. Like that's on purpose.
Like that's
I think that's a red
Jedi
herring. I
philosophy.
think
That's
a
on
red
purpose.
herring.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. That Finn shit was stupid as fuck.
It's only stupid because they didn't pay it off. It's only
Yeah,
stupid
that's
because they
why.
didn't pay it
It's
off.
stupid because they didn't pay it off.
If it
That's
pays
exactly right.
off,
Stupid.
it's cool.
As
If it-
fuck, dog.
if
I'm
they
in
pay
there
it
looking
off,
at it
it
right
works.
I'm like, wash this nigga. Like what are you talking about? Like is that Finn shit?
Oh, you
was
talking about the
dumb.
fight with Kylo Ren at the?
Yeah, I'm like,
that
what
shit's
the hell?
terrible.
Yeah.
I
He
was
did
so
cook. He
pissed.
cooked him. No, he
I
had
was so pissed,
Yeah.
bro.
he sliced his back up.
Nah, he fucking bruh.
Like he should have been cut in half, is what you're saying?
We need to have you rewatched this fight recently, Joam? Finn, come on, bro.
I'm not
it's
saying Finn should have put the bricks on him, but you know what I'm saying? He again, remember, Finn got the force. Finn's a force user, right? Canonically.
All
so
right,
you know what I'm saying?
We're not doing this.
Yeah,
He's
little-
a force user. They're not
Yeah,
fuck man.
a little thing to it. Well, here's the thing. I do think Jod's a force user, which makes it like really interesting why he's like what happened to him, right? Like I guess the Empire falls, whatever, Order 66, the whole thing, and becomes a pirate. But like doesn't flex his force powers that often. Maybe it's because he's worried about
But
something
everything
coming. I
he's
don't know. It's
moving with
interesting.
the force is made of metal.
maybe
So
he's
I'm
got-
just like, is he
he's
just does he just
Magneto?
have like a gadget that helps him move metal? I might be wrong, but if we think about the keys, we think about the lock, we think about the handcuffs. Every single time I've been watching, every single time
Yeah.
he uses it, I'm just like, it's not like he's moving big shit with his mind. He's moving like small metal things.
I think the reason that I'm okay with him not like being hard confirmed a Jedi Padawan, thorough Force user, whatever, is because every time that like it's actually put into a place where it matters, it's in the perspective of the kids. And oh my God, how did you do that? Like, it's a magic trick. It's this thing that like he either has an actual upper hand on with them, or it's something that he uses to get out of a jam for his own personal reasons. If that's the Force, and if he's actually doing that because he's either a like former Padawan or a Jedi in hiding, whatever, that's fine to be left up to the mystery, because we as the conjectured Star Wars fans can just be like, oh, like we could draw a line from somebody that has experienced those things to a life of scum and villainy to being like that. I think for the sake of the kids, and particularly Wim, if there's like a redemption for Jod to have of like either a final rescue or a final thing that like actually keeps them like in the good graces, in Jod's good graces, I think that's the actual thing about like an adult that they thought was like beyond reproach or like beyond redemption actually redeeming themselves to them. And that to them is something worthy of a hero, worthy of a Jedi, worthy of something that is given, you know, the adoration that Wim has for the Jedi. I think that's the important part here. Whether or not it's actually confirmed lore-wise or in his personal story, I don't quite it doesn't quite matter to me. I think that the redemption of Jod to the kids,
so
that's actually like the important part.
Yeah.
The thing about a coming of age story to me is it's always the reason why the kid comes of age. That's the crux of a coming of age story. Sometimes it's sexual awakening that they have, a crush or relationship. Yeah, you never seen that before? Like
high school movies? Damn, don't do them.
No.
Y'all never
I wasn't expecting that as the first. I wasn't expecting that as the first thing.
Wait.
That was prudish. That was definitely prudish.
Of you, Steve.
I didn't. Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine.
Steve,
My bad.
You've
My
never
bad.
seen
My
a
bad.
movie where some kid
I
comes of
absolutely
age
have.
because of a
You
relationship
don't like
or something
Superbad,
like
Steve?
No, I absolutely have.
You can't say that.
No, I absolutely can. That was my fault.
Jump through
My
this
fault.
goddamn computer right now, Steve. No, but there's sexual, or there is something that happens with the parent. They have to grow up quick, or whatever. In Wim's case, in a lot of their cases, they've envisioned the galaxy in this one way. He looks at the Jedi in this one way. He looks at Force users in this one way. They are learning so much about their real place in the galaxy. They say in one of these episodes, it might have been 7, we were going to tell you all of this stuff after you graduated. Like you would know that we were a mint, you would know this, you would know that we were going to tell you about all of this stuff after you graduated. They're learning it now. So they're not becoming adults after they're graduating. They're becoming adults now. The question is, for me, will the things that they learn about the galaxy be worth our time for the last 6 or 7 episodes? Because that Adden thing, I'll just be straight up honest with you. I thought that there was going to be more to it. But once again, expectation. I thought it would be a nexus in the Force. I thought it would be some kind of weird thing. I thought it would be some place where they've sent all these. I thought it would be more to it.
Nah, man.
Will the kids' revelations in the last episode be something that makes us say, hey, they are fundamentally different characters now than they were when we first started? Jomi, what were you saying?
No, I don't. Like, I guess I understand that the reveal that Adden is just a mint is not sexy, but I think it completely it tracks, right? When the first episode aired and we were talking about, or the first 2 episodes aired, and we're talking about like, you know, what were they like going to school for? And like, you'll be a data analyst, you'll be this, you'll be that. And it's not, again, none of that is sexy. That's all boring. That's all lame. We're like, what does that mean? Like, why is this planet special? What does it mean? The genesis of the idea that this planet is like, oh, a treasure planet. It's got all this like hoity-toity, like mystical, like aura around it. And to find out that, oh, it's just where they make the money. It completely tracks the story. I don't know where, like, I guess, I mean, frankly, it's like we all got swept up in the magic, the mystery of Adden. When we first saw it, it was this boring cul-de-sac of a planet, and we come back and it's still the same thing. It just got some bread under the ground. I don't like, for me, when they find, like, when he's like, yo, it's a mint, he goes to the vault, he sees all the bread. I'm like, this makes sense. Like,
yeah, but I think there's a difference. I think there is a difference between a story making logical sense or narrative sense. And when you're talking about a mystery, I think mysteries can do two things.
Mhm.
Either, because there's a lot of mysteries where the reveal doesn't work, but the journey was so great and so emotional that you don't really care whatever the mystery was. You're just like, the journey was important. And then there's stories where it's just like the journey and the mystery were well worth it. And I'm at the point where I'm just like, oh, if there's no other twist that's going to happen with Jod or with the Mint and Adeniran and the Treasure Planet, if that's all that this was mystery-wise, then the journey that, like, the last episode, the journey has to have wrapped up in such an amazing way to make me feel like the 8 episodes were worth it, if I'm just going to be honest. Because, and that's a thing that the show did. I think the show kind of painted itself into a corner where there's like, Adeniran, what's the mystery with Adeniran? What's the mystery with Adeniran? And the reveal just kind of being an info dump. I was watching the episode being like, oh, really? That's how we learn? It, like, just the exposition of it all. I was like, I was a little disappointed because the show did, especially kind of with like the Whim and the KB stuff. I think the show did prove that it can land those really emotional moments, that there can be that, like, that thing that I'm just like, oh, that was really nice. I just feel like they kind of, at least right now where we're at in the penultimate episode, kind of screwed it a little bit with that.
I mean, we'll see.
This is a legitimate Star Wars problem that I'll be honest with. Star Wars is like, has a problem with what we know and what we'll be surprised with. Like, a lot of even the Mandalorian, right? A lot of the reason why the Mandalorian works is because when Grogu, when his thing opens up and it's a little, I was literally like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was legitimately like, I was like, oh, what the fuck? What happens now? Oh, daddy, oh, father. Like what now? What? And so when they set us up for these things, they do have to matter. So the 8th episode to me, I like the show. I like the kids. I think the adventures have been great. I'm really enjoying Skeleton Crew, but they will really do themselves well if they blow the 8th episode. They will really do themselves well to like stick the landing here. If they blow the 8th episode, I think there's going to be a lot of bad taste left in a lot of people's mouth. And but I have had legitimately a good time with Skeleton Crew. I think the show has been good. I think it's been good. I think it's been shit. If we look at these Star Wars shows, I would have Mando season 1 so far. I would have Mando season 1. I'd have Andor, Mando season 1, Mando season 2, and then Skeleton Crew would be right there. It would be like it would be right after it.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the better Star Wars shows for sure.
But it's like, you got AD and LeBron, and then you got Austin Reeves, and then your 4th best player is what, Gabe Vincent? You know what I'm saying? It's not really like Max Christie. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of a drop off.
Who's all right? Then who's
Andor?
here?
There is a large drop off between the first 2 seasons of Mando,
you know what I'm saying?
Andor, and everything else.
It's a little bit
It's fine. But it's Rui.
Sure.
We can get behind Rui. This show could be Rui.
Did you watch the game last night? Brother, man, I can't get behind none of them dudes. Listen, I know y'all watching. Lock in. Actually, forget all that. Rob Pelinka, figure it out, buddy.
All right,
enough is enough.
This ain't the real ones.
Get on real ones.
I've had enough. Had enough.
Jomi, you guys wanted a 57-year-old man leading your team.
Did you see the dunk last night, though? You're 22, baby.
That's Come how on. Y'all. That's Come all on. She got to do is twerk for y'all. She don't gotta. I'm telling you. She don't have to call you back. I know niggas like you. She don't have to call you back. She don't have to check on you. She don't have to do as soon as all she gotta do is like, you girl, where you been? Look at this ass, daddy. Twerk a little bit for you, you good. She don't have to be there day in and day out. You just gotta see one half of ass cheek once a month and you okay.
Honestly,
You got me.
honestly, that's a great metaphor for Star Wars. All y'all need to see is a little bit of fucking twerking.
Oh, that's true.
That's all
Just
you
a
need
little
to
bit,
see.
just a little bit of lightsaber action.
That's facts.
Just a little bit of force.
That's facts.
Man,
That's facts.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
that's
not
the
wrong.
night episode of Acolyte. That's what it is.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Star Wars. Love. So literally, they could just make trailers for movies.
That never gonna come out.
that
That's what Star
could be-
Wars Visions is. Right? That's
Yeah.
what Star Wars Vision is. It's just like a 30-minute
just
trailer
dope
for
fucking
something that's not
trailers
gonna
for-
happen.
A whole season.
If you guys want me to accurately critique the things that I've based my entire childhood around, you're talking to the wrong nigga. I'll just be honest with you. This is what we got Chuck for. I'm looking for reasons to like this shit. I don't give a fuck. All right? I don't fucking care. At the end of the Acolyte, they showed Yoda's ears. I'm fucking in. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm looking for
They
reasons to
show
like
Dark
this.
Plagueis.
I'm
a little
looking for
twerking,
reasons.
fuck
I'm
outta
looking
here.
for reasons to like Star Wars. Looking for reasons to like Marvel. Looking for reasons. I'm a 44-year-old man, and when I see fucking Mickey's ears, I still get excited. I'm looking for
You
reasons
know what
to
we're
like
gonna
this
do next? Because you had this idea. You know what we're gonna do? We had an idea where we were gonna say, what was the midnight idea? How close are we to nuclear Armageddon with the content?
Doomsday Clock.
Doomsday Clock. Here's
What
the
we do
thing.
to Doomsday Clock?
Here's the thing. If Skeleton Crew episode 8
No.
don't
It's
stick
not.
the
It's
landing,
episode nine.
the clock is ticking, bro.
Wait.
The clock
Are we
is
just doing a
ticking.
Star Wars Doomsday Clock? Or
No,
are we
this is for
doing-
all IP.
Okay, so look, we gotta do it. The Doomsday
We had a
Clock
Star Wars
episode.
Doomsday Clock. It's
The
tough.
Doomsday Clock episode has to come after Captain America.
After Wicked?
Oh, that shit. Here's the thing. If it's at 12 a.m. right now, Cap's gonna stick it at 6 p.m.
Y'all, we're a month away. The screenings will be in 2 weeks. The screenings will be in 2 weeks.
You gotta have faith. You gotta believe.
Nah,
We're a month
no,
away.
faith.
You really do.
No faith. I've lost all faith. I saw that new clip of Red Hulk punching Cap. I'm like, we done.
Okay,
It's a-
so
He went
we'll
like a
move on
big
to-
a pinball machine. Boop, boop, boop.
we'll move on to nerd news, but I want to say something. Y'all, for as lukewarm as some of the buzz has been around Brave New World, the Thunderbolts.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm in.
That looks
I
cool.
no,
That looks
we're
great.
not doing it. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. I already see it, bro.
Look, well,
I've
yeah,
already
look,
seen it. I've
Thunderbolts
already
gas
seen it. We're
is
not.
outta
No,
here.
it's
ready.
too early.
I'm ready for
we'll talk
Thunderbolts.
about it in the pod, but
The gas is
Thunderbolts,
crazy.
Superman,
gas is
Fantastic
outta
Four,
here.
they got a chance. There's a chance to come
Well,
back,
well,
guys.
no,
Let's slow
right,
down.
But here's
Let's
the thing.
slow
I
down.
think
The gas,
Sebastian
for, the
Stan's-
gas for Thunderbolts is crazy. The only thing that worries me is, do we think enough niggas are gonna care? Because the movie could be amazing, but they really.
I don't know. James Gunn did the Suicide Squad, and that was a win in the sales, and that was during COVID. I think that we can do it.
Suicide Squad did not do well at it.
It was fine.
It was COVID times.
It was a good movie, but like it was like a streaming thing. The
Okay, you want to rank that against the rest of DC and their
I feel what you're
catalog?
saying. Thunderbolts will open. I think both movies will open. But Cap is coming down to the wire.
During Black History Month too was crazy.
During
man.
Black History Month, I was like, y'all could have dropped this in March. This is
That's a setup.
our people are down so bad.
I believe it though. I have faith. I have faith.
Stop lying, y'all.
I gotta
Stop lying.
Look, I'm not the one that told the man to his face I don't believe in him. So
Whoa, I said,
that's-
whoa, don't rewrite history. I said I believed in him. It's
Now,
just
you'll get a chance to tell him. You'll get a chance to tell him again. Don't worry. People are looking forward to it.
Oh, wait.
Charles, take away nerd
Not
news.
rematch.
Nerd news.
Oh, I'm leading nerd news. All right, Steve, play our music.
All right, great.
All right, so Hollywood's favorite Insanider dropped a rumor. Milk.
Christ
Shout out to the
alive.
Insanider. Go subscribe. He was saying that there are rumors afoot that the MCU, the brass is at hand, are thinking of recasting T'Challa in time for the Avengers films. Now, this has not been confirmed by Marvel, obviously. These are just rumors, but we dropped it in the chat. We wanted to discuss. So Van, as the leader of the recast T'Challa movement, a lot of wind under your sails. How you feeling?
I feel like nothing. They already recasted him. This happened at the end of Wakanda Forever.
Oh, with this son?
Yeah. So,
spoiler alert if you haven't seen Wakanda Forever.
Movie came out 90 years ago.
Yeah. So, they bringing a new T'Challa in. Look, you guys know we don't need to rehash. I feel like they should have recast T'Challa in the last movie. I understand. I get why they couldn't do it. You guys were good with it. I wasn't. I think the most important thing from the announcement for me was that if true, there is a plan to bring some version of T'Challa back to the MCU, which is very exciting for me. Guy has a gigantic job to do. But that was exciting to hear. What about you guys? What about you, Chuck?
Yeah, it's a wrap for me. Nah.
Just say something positive, Chuck. Chuck, just
wait. What's the problem? What's the problem?
Don't fight him.
What's the problem?
Yeah, why?
Wait, no. Yeah, you let him. What's the problem?
What? You guys asked me my opinion.
Yes, what is your opinion? Why?
Right, whoa.
Yeah, why is it a wrap?
If we're really, because I've been giving Star Wars the smoke. At this point, everything after Endgame was a mistake. And I do not 1,000%.
Okay.
Here's the thing. If we could go back in time and you can, I guarantee if I could go back in time and kill Hitler, that's my after Endgame moment. I would just be like, you know what? We're getting rid of all this. I don't trust. What?
You're not. You got to make the point. You got to get to the point.
No, that's the point. You guys, with everything we've seen,
oh my God, bro.
You trust the current regime.
Something else, bro.
You trust the current regime to recast T'Challa and for it to work.
Why not? Why not?
What was the last good Marvel movie we saw?
Okay, all right.
Shit.
I'm gonna bring it. I'll bring it to something that's I think the main question that I would have, if they were to do this, and if they were to bring back T'Challa in some meaningful way for the Avengers films, it's why now versus why not in Black Panther 2.
Well, because
fear.
I don't know if it's fear.
They just signed Chris Evans back up. Come on.
Hold on. Well, so I mean, and I've thought about this ever since it happened, and I think what it is you create this. You have a person like Chadwick embody T'Challa and Black Panther, right? And so when he passes unexpectedly, and it's like, yo, hey, go run that movie back. The people in that space are probably like, it's not emotionally not up for it, and their heart's not up for it, right? And so it's easier to be like, yo, we're just not going to recast this guy versus let's just make a movie without him. Let's try and get past it that way.
And that feels interesting because it's if they had the
maybe if they wait,
they waited longer,
maybe. But that's not me though, right?
Sure,
I'm not as close to the situation as they are. Clearly, they felt some type of way. There's nothing I could do. Did Wakanda 2 or did Wakanda Forever suffer for it? Probably, right? But at the end of the day, you have to do what's in your heart, and that's what they did. Well, and I'm not gonna be judging for that.
You got to do what's right for the pocketbook, and they're just we need to get another nigga in that fucking Black Panther costume.
Maybe
that's just it.
Maybe, but the thing is, they haven't done it yet. They're
and y'all were asking me how I feel about it, and I said there has been nothing that I have seen for damn near 5-6 years that tells me that I should be looking forward to this. I'm just gonna be so frank with you. Here's the thing, and I have to announce this right now. I'm putting all my chips in on DC. I know fucking Matt Reeves and James Gunn are beefing like Kendrick and Drake, but I don't care. They're gonna fucking figure it out. I'm Superman pilled. We waiting for Batman.
The same nigga who couldn't finish the Penguin. Nigga, shut your ass up.
The Penguin
You're not
sucked.
serious.
The Penguin sucked.
Nah,
and I'm
you're not
standing on
serious.
that shit. The Penguin
You're
sucked.
not
It
serious.
didn't suck.
Penguins
That's
did
right.
suck.
I'm glad Jomi called you out because you're lying.
You're lying.
Like the
What are you
Penguins
talking
suck.
about? What are you talking about?
I'm glad
I don't
Jomi called you out because you're lying. You're not.
I am. Also, and
No.
I watched some nerd content over the holidays that I would honestly give an 11 out of 12.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
what was that?
Wait a minute.
Wallace
wait a
and
minute.
Gromit,
Wait a
great
minute.
on Netflix.
Hell yeah. Wallace and
Great.
Gromit rule.
Am I tripping? We did a story where we said that Marvel was recasting T'Challa, and Charles went, yeah, it's a wrap.
What? It is. It is.
I don't know, man.
I like. All right, we can go after this. I don't understand how y'all still have faith. Like, it's like, cheat on me once, damn. Cheat on me twice, like shit. Like, how many?
But this is a new girl though.
No, it's not. It's a new girl. It's the same fat ass. It's like, fool me once, bro. Come on.
But you don't have faith in DC. You didn't watch.
Whoa, I do have faith in DC.
You don't have faith.
You
in
don't.
High five.
You don't have faith in
don't.
DC.
Yes, I
You
do.
do not.
I like the Superman trailer. Okay, I
don't.
think Matt Reeves and James Gunn are gonna squash the beef.
Did you
Okay.
watch Creature Commandos? Shut the
I
fuck up.
can't.
All right,
Yeah, see what you doing?
Yeah, but
What are
hey,
you
Charles,
doing?
let's talk. Charles.
What do you stop the game? Please stop the
Can I
cap.
talk?
Charles,
No,
stop the
please
cap.
stop the cap. Don't play stop the
Please
cap.
stop
Don't
the
play
cap. Please stop the cap.
Don't play stop the cap.
Jesus
Can I defend
Christ,
myself?
man.
Can I defend myself?
Oh my goodness.
You're lying.
Hey,
Let's
can
talk
I
about-
defend-
Charles,
can I
let's talk
defend
about
myself? Can I defend myself?
Oh my God.
Okay, first of all, I'm a grown ass adult. I'm not watching that shit. Second
What the
of all,
fuck are you talking about, nigga? All
Second
you
of
watch
all.
is cartoons. What are you
talking about? What are
not
you
them
doing?
type of. No,
You
I
just
got
talked about
taste.
Seawalls
I got
and
taste.
Gromit.
Not them type of cartoons.
If it
Be
was-
off that.
Christ.
Be off that. Not them type
It
of
was the
cartoons.
ghost of Creature Commandos.
If it had subtitles, you'd be locked in. If it was Japanese, you'd be locked in.
No. That's a
Oh
lie.
my
That's a
God.
lie. Because they
If
Right
it-
up
if
front,
it-
I gave you an
If
honor
it was
Batman.
called Me
No,
and
no,
My
no.
Creatures died and went to another world where there were cell phones and guns,
Nah, 'cause
you'd
they
be
be
locked
making-
in.
They
What are you
make that
talking
Suicide
about?
Squad anime. I didn't watch that fucking bullshit. They make that
I watched
Batman
it.
anime shit. I don't watch
That
that
shit
shit.
was whack.
Batman anime was good.
Fuck
But
that.
Charles, you want to talk about Feathers McGraw?
Oh, Feathers McGraw. I'd be rooting for Feathers McGraw. I'm not gonna lie. I
Bruh,
love
that's a
Feathers
known
McGraw.
criminal.
Creature Commandos was great. And there were some shocking moments in Creature Commandos and some reveals and shit. It's good.
Yeah,
Creature
it's a lot of
Commandos
fun.
is good. I watched it
fun.
over the break.
You were the only one.
It's a lot of fun. I locked in. We might have
All
talked
right.
to one of the creators for an interview one time. You know what I'm saying? It might drop. Who knows?
Speaking of this, let the fans know something. We got an episode coming up for you guys. It's a custody fight happening right now in DC.
Ah.
Custody battle. Little
Yep.
baby. Little baby Batman.
Baby Bruce.
Little baby Bruce. Little baby Bruce Batman's little custody battle. Two dads. One is James Gunn. One is Matt Reeves. We're going to have midnight family court.
Family court.
Midnight family court. Who should get custody of Batman? It's coming up. Midnight
Wait, whoa!
family court.
I don't even know. I don't know what the sides are.
We got to figure it out. Hey.
Gotta
We
figure it
might
out.
all be on the same side.
Who's on what side though?
I'm on Matt Reeves' side.
Oh, here's the thing. They gotta let Pattinson go get over to the DCU. We don't need two Batman. Come on, bro. Come on.
Okay, so the thing is, we got to figure
All right.
out who's on what side, counsel and co-counsel, and we're gonna
Mhm.
try to bring in a judge from another place from the ringer.
Well, since this is a custody battle,
Mhm.
is this less you're right, I'm wrong, and it's more so what's best for the child.
Yes.
What's best for the kids.
What is best for the child?
And Batman is the kid.
Batman is the kid. It's what's best for the kid. It's not
The only
who's
time
right,
parents have fought over
who's
Bruce Wayne
wrong.
ever.
It's what we base it on. It's stability. It's which place is going to give the child a better home. Where does the child have a better future? Where does it's a custody battle? 2 dads, 1 kid. Little baby Batman. Okay, little baby. And we're gonna use everything at our disposal. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. Charles, you're DC pilled now. So we'll be expecting
DC Pill didn't watch Creature Commandos, didn't watch the Penguin, but he's locked it on DC.
Yeah, he's locked all the way in.
Guys. I was watching a lot of Twin Peaks, and my real question before we go. If you could hang out with any fictional group of white people from television, I'm talking about Sopranos, Twin Peaks, Mad Men, what would be the group? I'm picking
It's not
Twin
the
Peaks.
Sopranos group, okay?
Oh, I would love hanging out with the Sopranos.
No, you wouldn't.
What?
You'd be 7 Moulions before you even get hey,
bro, they would.
Pauly,
Yo, you kidding me?
Pauly. Hey, Pauly, who's the fucking
y'all wouldn't want to go to the Bada Bing one time?
Like, who's
Brother,
the fucking
no.
Mooly?
That's a special level of racism, dog.
I gotta look like the light-skinned nigga who went out with Meadow, and that episode wasn't.
That nigga got played. These blacks. No, you don't want to hang. These blacks.
Oh, wait, or the New Girl. New Girl or Twin Peaks?
I was about to say New Girl. New Girl's great.
I never watched New Girl before.
You've never
Really
watched
good.
New Girl, Van?
Nah.
New Girl's good
I never
TV.
watched New Girl before. This is a great question. I'm trying to think about this.
The Arrested
Which
Development
group?
family is obviously a great hang.
Seinfeld also?
God forbid. Not Friends. Nobody from Friends. Not them.
Not
Nah,
Friends. Fuck
not them.
that.
Too
Oh,
messy.
maybe Larry David and them from Curb.
Larry David
There you go.
Curb?
Because then you still got JB Smooth there.
That's good.
Yeah. Maybe them from Curb. From Curb.
I like my psych homies. You know, Sean, Juliet.
Psych.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Those are my people.
How
you know?
many episodes of Psych have you watched, Jomi?
Brother, every single one. What are you talking about? That's my favorite show of all. That's my favorite show of all time.
Maybe the crew from Lioness. I'll be able to do.
Whoa. You don't want to hang out with the Sopranos, but you gonna hang out with the motherfuckers from Lioness?
They're not racist. They got black people in there.
Yeah, and they always blowing up and shit.
Yeah. I want to do some special ops. Lioness make that shit
The
look
folks
cool.
from Community. I hang out, study
Fuck
room
no.
F.
Around
Absolutely.
Chevy Chase's fucking
Chevy
racist
Chase
ass?
is mean, bruh.
He racist,
You
bro.
got, Donald Glover, Joe McHale, Allison Brie. Come on,
That's
man.
why you want to hang out there. Because of the
Need
bill.
you to relax. Need you to relax.
It's
Ooh,
fine.
I think I might want to hang out with the 2 broke girls.
Easy. All right. Well,
There you
thanks
go.
for coming,
There you go,
everybody.
ladies and gentlemen.
Here's the thing. Great unwokening leads to the great milkening. We're no
The
longer
great
ashamed.
milking it. Domi knows
The
this.
great milking is
Talking
OD.
about milking it. All right.
Hey.
That's
Yo.
that's a wrap. Charles, DC lover. That's a wrap. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. That's funny to me, bro. We get right after the thing, Charles. So it's a wrap. Everything is a wrap.
God.
It's a wrap with this nigga. That's funny to me, bro.
New T'Challa. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
So our producers are Isaiah, Old Man Blakely, Isaiah, SOBs, Zenieris, Jomi, Adeniran on socials, hashtag The Great Milkening. Additional production from Arjuna Ramgopal. Also thank Arjuna Ramgopal, Also thank Cory for helping us out today. Be safe in Los Angeles. We're
Yes.
thinking of the city.
Yes.
Chuck,
Thoughts
take us
and
out.
prayers,
Yes.
everyone. All right. Skeleton Crew is almost over on the show. We love to bring you nothing but joy. Charles loves Japan, and we're naming this The Ghosts of the Midnight Boys.
Pew, pew.
Okay,
Okay.
quickly. Hold on. I want you guys to clap when you hear 4, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Again,
Why
Jomi.
was that slow ass clap, Jomi?
Jomi, we need to. I
On
need to know
four.
if there's a delay. Okay.
On 4.
On 4?
Yeah.
When you hear 4,
4 clap.
okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. Okay. Cool. Jomi,
Is it
Jomi.
on 4 or after 4?
Shut up, Jomi.
Four,
Shut up,
bro.
Jomi.
We said
Shut
on
up,
4.